Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Best Buds podcast for the first time in video.
In the flesh. I'm being sacrificed.
Yes.
Very special episode.
Yeah, we're gonna do a bunch of stuff. We're gonna read some conspiracies and talk about them and our opinions. I'm definitely excited. But we do have to talk about the elephant in the room, which is the fact that the album that we are currently listening to is 10 years old.
A whole decade.
We talked about it a little bit in the first episode when we were talking about like how we became friends and stuff. But like this album is literally what's up, Wes? This album is literally like what we bonded over in person on the way to Chicago in the very back seat of the Mountaineer.
That was a fun ride, man.
Dude,
that was a really fun ride.
So fun, so touching.
We stopped and saw the bean.
That is true. I need to find those pictures.
That was really fun.
I can't share those pictures because of people who are in them, but I'm the dude who offended you by eating baked beans.
Damn, that is true. That's facts.
He hated my opinion.
What's your opinion on baked beans?
On toast. So it was. I get it. Like I get the appeal of it, but I think I got the wrong baked beans because they were just. It's a texture nightmare.
Yeah, that's understandable. I don't know, dude. I had it when I was there, and they did rock. I will say. I did not fuck with the whole ass tomato on my plate though.
Yeah, that
felt disrespectful.
That is one thing I don't think I'd be able to do. Like I'd eat the beans and I'd try the brown sauce, but I would not do the tomato. The tomato crosses the line.
Yeah, that's just too much.
I can barely eat tomatoes like when they're in my spaghetti or chili or something. Like I pick around. It's so yeah. I don't know. I try. Maybe.
Although I will say malt vinegar with fries, that actually really rocks. I did not need ketchup whatsoever on that. I never tried it until I went there.
I'll have to try it. I want to go there. So yeah, we just got done filming our first guest podcast too. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
that was a really good conversation.
That was.
But yeah, I'm so excited for that episode. I feel like we really found our groove for this pod. Like we are thriving right now.
Yeah.
Even like right now, like we're tired. I know we're tired, but like we're still cracking on and we're still having fun.
Yeah.
That's what I love about hanging out with you, man.
We're just
having a good time.
Dude, it's always so much fun.
Great stoner food. Yeah, I will say that is what I've heard. Like English food is like good like stoner food and shit. So.
Dude, let me tell you, the best breakfast sandwich I ever had was a bat, and that shit rocked.
What is that? Explain that to me.
I forget what kind of pastry it is, but it has a circle in the middle, and it's like a flaky dough, and it had egg and sausage and cheese on it, and fuck, dude, that was just the best one. It was from this bazaar that was right down the road from the place I stayed at.
That does sound really good. Oh my god. My dad actually gave us this idea, so but yeah, we're gonna talk about conspiracies. We're gonna list them, give our opinions. You guys give your opinions too, and we're just gonna have a good time. And then we may get through all the lists, we may not. All right. So number 1, the moon landing was fake. The flag moving in the wind, no stars in the sky whatsoever. The misaligned shadows. These all have been points made in the conspiracy theory that Neil Armstrong didn't take the first leap for mankind on the moon in 1969. For years, people who make up conspiracies have argued that NASA staged the landing and that the secret has been protected by the CIA ever since. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, I'd have to pull up the footage again and watch it, but I honestly don't know what to think on that one, you know, because I feel like it can go either way until I go to space myself.
Yeah, we gotta see bollocks. So, like, there are very good points that people point out when they do talk about it, and there's, like, theories that Stanley Kubrick is the one who directed it, And my theory is I do think people actually went, like, I do think that we did go to the moon. Do I think that we were watching it live on television? Probably not.
Mm.
I don't know. I'd have to look at like the film advancement. I know there were live shows and stuff at the time going on, so it was plausible, but like a camera already was set up on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that was from the rover, but like it was weird how it had different footage from the rover, normal rover footage. So like there was already a camera set up on the moon. And like I don't know, it was very odd. Like yeah, the wind, there's no wind
Yeah.
in space.
Should
So that
just
was
be nothing.
yeah, that was odd. Like why but who knows? I don't know. Okay.
Earth has been sucked into a black hole.
Ooh, okay. The European Organization for Nuclear Research, CERN. Okay, hold on. Okay, we got to talk about that right there before we even continue. Explain to me how it's called the European Organization for Nuclear Research, but the abbreviation is CERN. That doesn't seem right.
Yeah, they did discover that. I think it's a bunch of Higgs boson, though. If you ask me.
But the CERN is at the heart of a lot of crazy conspiracy theories, including people who believe that when CERN discovered the Higgs boson in 2012, they inadvertently created a black hole and Earth was sucked into it. These people think that the world ended in 2012, but we haven't realized it yet.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I do remember the day that the world was supposed to end.
I do remember that. I was at my brother's baseball game.
I was scared. Yeah, we were
Yeah.
going out for pizza. I was like, they were like, it would be raining fire. And
Yeah, right.
it was raining, and I was like, is it gas?
I was like outside sitting at the bench. I was just like, damn, this is how it ends.
Literally.
I don't even like baseball that much.
I don't want to go out
I
watching.
want to die watching baseball. It's fucked up.
Why couldn't you play hockey?
Literally.
Oh.
Whoa, that's crazy.
My
That should be
God.
one in of itself.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
conspiracy.
The next one I have heard about.
Okay. You want to read it out?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The Denver International Airport is Illuminati headquarters. I haven't heard so many disturbing like images are inside of this airport, and people have no idea why. So it says the Illuminati leads to a conspiracy rabbit hole that we're not going to delve too far into, except when it comes to the Denver International Airport. Many Illuminati believers are convinced it's the secret group's headquarters. The airport has embraced the rumors by poking fun at it, but that hasn't stopped people from believing in secret tunnels and lizard layers beneath the building. All right, lizard layers I think is a little bit too far. That's kind of a stretch.
You
but,
go down there and it's just fucking Doc Connors just sitting there like.
Is it all right if
everybody
I
into
pull a
lizards.
picture up real quick so you can see?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's pretty insane.
Oh God, this is their wall art.
Yeah, just
Is
out
this
for
basically
everybody
the
to see.
equivalent of like Hogwarts Legacy putting a burning fucking picture of J.K. Rowling in the main hall?
Dude, pretty much. It is actually
Shit.
just insane.
Oh my God.
That's just on the wall.
What the fuck? Oh my Jesus.
I strongly encourage you guys to look it up because it's actually just insane.
Oh my God.
Like, what the hell?
What is that? What is like. Okay, so the style of art is very cool, but at the same time, I'm very worried.
For an airport, it's like not what you'd expect.
Yeah, that's not like. It looked like they tried to go like close to like the color scheme and style of like Mexican restaurants, but they were like, fuck it up eternally. Like, make
Let's mess
people
it up
really
so
think
bad.
about it.
Let's make them have the most uncomfortable plane ride of their life back.
Oh my God, dude. The earth is hollow. What? Okay. In 2014, scientists released new unknown findings about Earth's core, and let's just say conspiracy theorists took it and ran with it. After learning that we don't know much at all about the surface of the Earth or what lies beneath its layers, the hollow Earth theory gained traction. Some believers even think there's an Earth inside of Earth. So, what's interesting about there's an Earth inside of Earth? Have you ever seen the footage of it was under, like, they were sea divers? And I know I don't normally watch this shit, but they were sea divers and they the further they went down, they like started noticing like trees.
Hmm.
And they were like, okay, maybe like some washed in here, but like that wouldn't explain why they're below. And then they like went further and they found a river within the ocean and hills and grass and trees growing. So like either they just stumbled upon like an old forest area that was overtaken by ocean at one point, or like there is like a form of earth within the ocean that we don't know about,
Mm.
and it's just existing like the upside down almost. That's fucking disgusting. People wonder why I'm so afraid of the ocean. That's why.
It's pretty insane.
Like we don't know
But
anything about it.
I do wonder though, what would keep the Earth warm? You know, because like the further
Yeah.
you dig into the ground, it gets warmer.
Yeah,
kinda-
like it's
I'm on this side of there's a core, TB8.
yeah.
Mm.
Like I do like it makes I do like there's gotta be a core. Because every planet has a core, right?
Mm.
So like yeah, there's gotta be a core. Are we the only planet that's poreless?
Um, yeah, that would be really strange.
And
Unless they're like dead planets, I guess, but
yeah,
I don't even know if there is one around.
I mean we our core will eventually go out. Like that is a fact. So like the Earth will become a dead planet at some point, but like isn't yeah, it's weird.
Have you ever, do you remember people telling you that the sun was going to explode in like 2 billion years?
Oh yeah.
And you being like, "Dude, God, damn."
But yeah, like the
Even though
that is
like there's nothing that you have to worry about.
yeah, like we have nothing to worry. Like we'll be fine. We'll be long gone. The Earth is flat. Chat. I really want to know what you guys think on this. Sleepy, what's your opinion? Um, the Flat Earth Society has spread across the globe in recent years, with more and more people believing that the world is flat and stationary, rather than a rotating orb, as science would lead them to believe. So yeah, I've heard this theory, and a lot of it is like because like when you look out at the ocean and shit like that, like you just see flatness. But like there's a very clear video of flat earthers like trying to debunk it by using like actual logistics and like science and shit like that, and um they're like if the earth is flat and we look through this, we're not supposed to see the light like from this far away or whatever. And they looked through it and they were like, I can see it. And they just sat there and the dude like looked in and was like, no, that's not yeah, that's it. And like they just like proved themselves wrong so fast. And so like I don't know, I feel like this is it's one of those things like religion almost. Like it's something that's been grounded into people because through like Norse mythology and like Viking tradition and shit like that was something to be believed. It was believed because we didn't have the science to prove otherwise. So there's going to be people out there who still carry on those beliefs and things. It's just one of those things, man.
Those unavoidable things. I was gonna say there was another video that just kind of released about a shadow that kind of moves across as the day goes, and it had a curve to it, and
yeah,
just kind of
right there, like that. That should be enough, but it's not. Prince Charles is a vampire. Why? Well, the Prince of Wales is related to Vlad the Impaler, the inspiration for Bram Stoker's Dracula. And many royals in Charles' bloodline were known to have the disease
porphyria, which is an iron deficiency.
Okay.
Interesting. That causes people to be sensitive to sunlight.
Oh. What's funny about this is I don't know if you know much about Vlad the Impaler. But basically, at the end of every war that he would fight, he was very good. He was a very good general. That not a good person, but very good general. At the end of every war, they would set up a table, and while they are picking apart bodies to chop the heads off of to stick on spikes, he would sit in the middle of this battlefield and eat a full feast dinner. And then it was theorized, don't know if it's true, that he would drink the blood of his enemies while he would do it.
Insane.
Yeah. So maybe the idea for vampires came from people trying to gain back their iron, and they were like, "Well, the war, drink the blood of your enemies or whatever." I don't know. It's weird, but like, there's got to be a reason why Dracula carries around a wine bottle of blood. Did it come from this motherfucker? Like,
yeah, was it based?
And I also didn't know that like he was related to him. Like, the people that rule the UK are currently related to the man who inspired vampires.
Yeah, that is absolutely insane.
Bigfoot is real. Bigfoot, Sasquatch, call it what you will, but many people are convinced that elusive creature exists. For years, people have tried to track it down, resulting in videos and images often emerging of a tall, hairy animal walking upright. What is your take on this?
I feel like Bigfoot just maybe I'm just a hater, a D1 hater, but I feel like he cannot exist being unseen in clear 4K now. You know?
Yeah, I will say like that is one thing that's always bugged me about the idea of Bigfoot and like the Yeti and things like that. Yeti is more explained because of the severe weather conditions that you have to go through to see a Yeti. It's often in the snow and things like that. Mostly in Alaska, and in Alaska you have to have specific cameras to last through the specific weather that happens there. Um, I learned that from True Detective. Season 4, baby. Great season.
And I feel like so like if Taylor Swift fans on Twitter can find you in like 15 minutes if you talk mad shit, there's no way they can't find Bigfoot. You know, all we gotta do is say, look, he's dissing that new album on there.
Oh, bro. Dude.
Immediately doxed.
That is true. Like, I feel like it would be very cool to like have a creature like this out there, and maybe there is, but I do not think that we have them. I definitely think that might have been a folk tale that came from Europe or wherever everyone came over here from, and I think it kind of ran with it. Just like the chupacabra, like if that's real, I don't think we have it. I think that's somewhere in Mexico.
Yeah.
Or like
even New Mexico.
Yeah, even New Mexico. All right. I've never heard this. The Nazis had a secret base in Antarctica. Rumors began circulating in the 1950s that the Nazis had a secret base in Antarctica that housed advanced technologies like UFOs. However, since then, no evidence has been discovered to suggest that it's true, and Cambridge researchers Colin Summerhays wrote a 21-page paper disputing the theory. Oh, well, yeah, 21 pages, that's got to prove it.
Yeah.
So with this one, it's very hard to like say because like Area 51, there's guesses that houses UFOs and shit like that, and there's even like some file. Oh God, we just keep talking about. We're gonna get Men in Black.
That's all right. We're gonna, this is gonna be a perfect fucking red dot just directly on my forehead.
Everything's just gonna end at one point, and you guys don't know why.
Dude, I will say it is pretty interesting how they won't let people travel to Antarctica.
Yeah, like I guess like it's because I've never really had like the want or need to travel there that it's like it's never been in my forefront to ever think about it or really look into it, but that is very odd that like nobody is allowed to go there. And why? Why but also like would that not prove why there's no evidence?
Yeah.
And like even if when people are invited, it's mostly like on boat tours. You're never allowed on land, and it's in specific areas with guides.
Yeah. It's really interesting. There's something there. It doesn't have to be
Yeah,
a Nazi base per se.
yeah.
It can be really any
Anything.
base.
I
But I
definitely
feel
don't
like there's
think.
something there.
Yeah, I don't think it's U.S. for sure
Yeah,
because
definitely
because
not.
the people who like who do take you over there, they're not American. So yeah, I hey respect. You guys have kept it secret for so long, so congrats, I
Yeah.
guess.
Banger
Ooh,
of a song.
this banger of a song and banger of a theory. We're all living in the Matrix. Uh, it says, I'm not kidding you. We're reading this straight out of an article. People think we're living in a real life simulation. The theory is supported by crazy coincidences and happenings that occur during a glitch in the Matrix. This could be anything from recognizing the same background character to losing track of time. So I've never seen the same person. Um, and I feel like it's very easy to say that somebody looks like somebody because I feel like that's such a cheap card to play
Yeah.
for race as well. So it's very that one is very like touchy go. But I do think like there are some videos of like birds just sitting in the air or like the clouds are supposed to be moving that day and they're not, and it's just very weird. Like I don't know. I don't know like too much about like this one because it kind of freaks me out to think about.
I
Like
get that.
one day you could just wake up. Like what if those are your nightmares?
Yeah. What if you wake up somebody different? You're just like,
Yeah, like oh shit, I didn't mean to log into this account.
oh,
Like
yeah, this is my Smurf account.
fuck,
Shit.
I gotta go back. What?
The moon isn't real.
That's right. Some people think the moon doesn't exist.
It's actually just a big piece of cheese in the sky.
Yes.
It is true,
Wallace and
actually.
Gromit taught me that, and it tastes like Wensleydale.
It was a promotion by Big Cheese.
Yeah.
Send it to the moon, and it keeps it cold because
Sponsored by Kraft.
It's a giant. That's actually where they farm Kraft mac and cheese.
Yeah, that's the man in the moon. Is the creator of Kraft.
The dust is that little powdered cheese that they put in there.
Oh yeah. The conspiracy theory has gained particular traction with flat earthers.
Damn.
Who would have known?
Birds of a feather, dude.
They
Birds
think
of
the
a
moon
fucking
is
feather.
simply a projection.
Tell that to the sea turtles. They fucking love that fucking projection. That's their favorite show.
Dude, if that projection goes wonky, their whole day is fucked. This is a good one. The Titanic didn't actually sink.
Yeah, I seen the movie actually, so fuck you. I know how that one ends.
Wasn't there a whole podcast about how you didn't see the movie?
Yeah, I haven't seen the movie.
Okay, I was gonna say, I was like, I feel like you're gaslighting me.
But I mean, like, what story are you gonna like? Why would you just look at a ship and still let it like be like, yeah, it made it? There's so many vivid accounts of it not making it from so many people.
So I do actually know like the real reason why this theory was created. So basically, when the Titanic was made, there were two ships, and the ship that was sailed out was not the first Titanic. It was its sister ship. But they labeled it the SS Titanic as well. And when it was the sister ship to the Olympic. But I think they were in like there was something that was wrong with the original ship that they had to switch it last minute. And then that's what resulted in like the binocular key getting lost. And then that's actually another theory I'm gonna bring up. But the binocular key was not on the ship. It resulted in the captain making last minute choices of not having lifeboats on the proper amount of lifeboats on board. There's so many like bullshit excuses that they made for like everything. But so the binocular theory, basically, like, there's a theory that the man who created all of the binocular boxes, every ship has one. The man who created the binocular boxes was supposed to have a spot on the ship because he was part of the creation of the ship in some ways. They, when picking who could come on and not, they also had to make room for plenty of passengers to pay to be on board. So they had to cut some of the employees who would get in for free. And he was one of them.
Ooh.
So the theory is because the binocular keys were not on board. That is a fact. They could not find it, and the one of the reasons that they think that they could not see the iceberg was because they did not have binoculars. Um, there's the theory that the man was really pissed off that he could not go, so he took the key home.
Damn.
And just left them to deal with it.
That'd be insane. Could you imagine being responsible for that?
I don't know if they ever found that he had the key or not. But I do know that like when he found out that the ship sank, he went on one of those like whole like tours of like being like, oh help find the bodies, help bring them home, like putting on a real show. And then everybody was like, where were the binocular keys? And he was like,
he said, damn, it could be anywhere, to be honest.
Not on board? They were like, no, they weren't. I don't know.
They're like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Next question.
Basically, like, it was just a weird thing. But yeah, that's basically why. It was a sister ship, so. Apollo 17 wasn't the last moon mission.
I think people have probably been to the moon since. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
You know, there's more technology now than ever.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Actually, they did shut down the space system, NASA.
Did they?
They did. I think they shut down all like moon flights.
I didn't know that. I I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know there were 17. Is that's what that means, right? There were 17 trips?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I wonder if they I don't know that one actually. Because I know they had like the Challenger and things, and that one didn't make it.
Yeah.
I wonder how they came up with the name. They did have an Apollo 13, so maybe it did go in order. Or maybe that was just a movie.
6 crewed missions. Okay, after the success of Apollo 17 in 1972, America stopped sending astronauts to the moon. NASA claimed they had logged all the research they needed and government funding was reduced. But a movie about a fictional Apollo 18 came out, and now some believe the mission was real and ended tragically when the astronauts had run in with aliens. I did actually watch that movie. The movie is very good.
I've never seen it actually, but it seems really interesting.
Really good. They did point out in the movie, they said if America went to the moon, why would other countries not go to the moon? Because in not really trying to spoil anything, but in the movie they end up finding like a Russian space shuttle that landed there, and inside like around them it showed that like the astronaut had gotten out and walked around and had led them to like a big cavern. And yeah, it was really good. And then they find out that there was a Chinese vessel at one point, but it was so destroyed that it wasn't salvageable. So there were like multiple countries that had landed on the moon and stuff, and that's what makes people be like, oh fuck, like who's been to the moon? And yeah, zombies can rise from the dead. The belief in zombies can be traced back to ancient Greece, when they buried their dead with stones on top of them so they couldn't return from the grave. Ooh.
Interesting.
Even today, some people prepare for the zombie apocalypse just in case. So
now, I will say, I think zombies would have been pretty documented by now.
yeah.
And I think it's a crazy fact, but I think the further back you go, the more people were accidentally getting buried alive. So maybe they like mistook that.
Yeah, because they ended up like creating like bells and shit to go in because it just kept happening so frequently. Um, but I will say it is very interesting to think like what really resulted like it's kind of going back to like the creation of Dracula, like what really resulted in all of these theories of like werewolves or like Bigfoot or zombie apocalypses. Like this is traced back to ancient Greece. Like what happened? Did somebody actually like get up and when they went to go be like, hey, they were either killed or like maybe they tripped and fell and accidentally bit somebody, or maybe they actually did rise from the dead and try to eat someone. Like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, hard to say for sure.
For real, it always makes me like that's what I think about when I think about like lore like that, like finding out that Dracula was based off of a king who drank the blood of his enemies in the middle of the battlefield that he finished fighting. That in
It's
one
just
breath it goes
insane.
hard,
Yeah,
but it's insane. I don't I don't get it. And was that just a way to like try and cure his iron deficiency because like it hurt so much?
hmm
Or what? Like,
and also too, like some of the other things he did, where he like put people on the spikes, not just their head but alive.
yes,
Just brutal,
yes.
absolutely insane.
Oh my God. I never like really understood like how painful that was until American Horror Story did it.
hmm
That was
Once you
disturbing.
see like a depiction of you, like, oh, damn.
Dude, it was bad. I've seen like plenty of pictures and stuff, but it never really did it justice.
Mm,
And then seeing it like depicted in American Horror Story,
just brutal.
I really hope that comes up on here, like what that season was based out of, like the Roanoke cult,
Mhm.
or not cult, but try whatever. But yeah, I hope that comes up.
Bill Gates is making fake snow. With extreme weather conditions occurring across the United States in 2021, TikTokers stoked the fires on a Bill Gates conspiracy theory that he was creating fake snow that burns instead of melts. Spoiler alert, he wasn't.
I feel like because in 2021, this was around the time that people found out that Bill Gates owns like a lot of like the majority of America's crops.
hmm
I don't know if you know that, but like a lot of crops here in Indiana, the reason that they're fighting against like solar power and stuff like that, that motherfucker owns a lot of crops here.
Interesting.
And it's like he basically has the reason he's as rich as he is because he gets money from every vegetable you buy too.
That's crazy.
Not just your computers, not just your phones or softwares or whatever. Every vegetable you buy, he gets a piece of.
That is absolutely
It's
wild.
fucking nuts.
That's so fucked up.
I found that out too, and I was like, that's actually wild. So
Mm.
like now he's just controlling the weather. Like, I feel like that would fuck him over.
I actually don't know anything about this one.
Me neither. The Betts mystery fear is alien material. The Betts mystery theory has baffled the public since it was found by a couple in Florida in 1974. Conspiracy theorists are convinced it's alien material, while others, such as the military, say it's a man-made object.
Let's take a photo of this thing.
Yeah. Oh.
Apparently it's just a metal sphere.
Oh.
Do you think you'd pick it
Okay.
up? The guy. Yeah, just a little ball.
So I do have a theory on that. What if it's like an old style cannonball?
Yeah, that's true.
Because they would make those out of basically anything back in the day. Because, like,
They definitely had a lot more material to work with too.
unless it's like radioactive or some shit like that, but like, it, I
Yeah,
think it
let's
might
see.
be an old cannonball. That's my theory on it.
Hmm. Um,
I have heard this. I
Crazy.
have heard this. Amelia Earhart was eaten by crab.
It was actually really tragic. I remember this. People saw it. There was another plane that was controlled by nothing but crabs
Yes.
that flew above her and turned upside down and dropped crabs directly on
Yeah.
her.
That's And they ate the whole plane
they ate
too,
the entire plane.
except for the few parts
Gone.
that were found in the ocean.
Mm. Well, that was because they got to a certain point, and then it just kind of fell apart, and all the crabs went falling back into the ocean.
It's also what they shit out later.
Mm.
Yeah. Anyways. Amelia Earhart has been shrouded in mystery ever since her aircraft disappeared in 1937. While it's widely believed she ran out of fuel and crashed into the ocean, some think she landed by mistake on a deserted island and was eventually eaten by a 3-foot long coconut crab.
A 3-foot long coconut crab's pretty insane.
The Loch Ness Monster lives in Scotland.
The economic crisis so bad she's had to do like tour rides across the island.
She said, "Fuck America, I'm going to Scotland, bitches." Elusive in its nature, the Loch Ness Monster reportedly continues to live in Scottish Loch Ness Lake and has captivated the public for thousands of years. What do you think about this?
I also feel like we maybe would have found her by now, you know?
See, my only theory about this, I don't think she's in the lake. That is my thing. I don't think.
Maybe she is a sea creature.
I definitely 100% think that there is some sort of Loch Ness monster that lives in the ocean.
That would. I always wonder about that when being in the ocean. It's just so vast.
Yeah, because like
there's so much undiscovered.
Yeah, we know more about our like space than we do about our ocean, and that like makes me uncomfortable. And not only that, like the recent like scuba shit that they're releasing of all of these weird sea creatures that like look translucent, and it makes me uncomfortable. It makes me sick. I don't like it. I don't trust it. The Black Knight satellite is an alien spacecraft. I don't know anything about this. Many conspiracy theorists are wary of a space object that has become known as the Black Knight satellite. While experts at NASA insist it's just space junk, some people believe it's an ancient alien spaceship. Okay, now hold on a second, because does that not look like something from Alien?
It really does.
Like if you span out, that is not like that can't be a poster. That's got it like, and that's just flying.
Now that one, I'm kind of.
Is this the alien mothership that people are fucking talking about? Because everybody's been saying that there's like a spaceship, like a mothership flying over us, but I've never seen any fucking pictures. It does look like junk.
It does.
Like when you do zoom into it, it does kind of look like junk, but it also does look like a like an alien.
At the same time, it could be. And they were saying something about like radio waves or transmission waves from far back bouncing off over there.
Ooh. Sirens were responsible for shipwrecks. Call them the original conspiracy theorists, but sailors have claimed that mystical women dubbed sirens would lure them to the rocks and cause shipwrecks back in the day.
Interesting. Yeah, what's your takes on this one?
So it's very weird because it's very hard to like pinpoint like was it sirens or was it whales, because there's been a lot of videos that people have shared, and it's hard to tell if they're real or fake, but like you'll hear like this like weird moaning, and at one point it'll sound like a whale, but then in the next it'll sound like a human. And it's just very hard to depict. But also, people have shared fucking videos of like them just out on a boat deck on the cruise, and you hear somebody calling for them from the ocean, not behind them, not around them, from the ocean. And it's like it does catch you off guard a little bit. Again, don't know if they're real or fake, so because it's hard to tell nowadays. But again, like we don't know what's in the ocean. And also, like, there's pretty good substantial evidence that shows that we evolved from monkeys. So why would there not be evolution versions of fish? It's odd.
It is really strange.
sailors also were known to be drunks.
That's true. And it does make sense that them mistaking some things for like sea monsters could be likely.
Yes. Yeah, but like it's also one of those things that like really makes you think like about the monster, but also about the Kraken. Like, why is there a story about the Kraken? Why is there such a legend like that? That terrifies me. I don't want that.
Yeah.
Like, that's exactly why I will never go on a cruise.
I actually really like cruise ships. I'm not gonna lie. I would definitely go on another one.
Oh, I have no doubt that people actually have fun, and I don't believe that every cruise ship has a bad time. I'm, I can't do the ocean.
And for somebody who can't swim, it is kind of surprising. I'm like, I'll go on one of those in the middle of absolutely nowhere.
Oh no!
I would get Titanic so fucking hard immediately, dude. I'm one of the
Dude.
supporting characters that falls directly into the water.
I forgot you got the fucking John Marston deal.
I do. I do. I'm living in
Oh my
IRL.
god. I've never heard this theory. Queen Elizabeth I was a man. Some believe that Queen Elizabeth I died as a child, and to prevent the end of the royal family, she was replaced with a young boy. This theory is said to explain why the ruler remained chaste throughout her reign. Maybe she was just asexual, y'all. Like,
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, she was a whole ass queen. She got
yeah,
there because she wasn't distracted by anything.
literally. Like, I mean, so there are like
Nobody to complicate her life.
for real. I mean,
Guys,
some people just
love
want to be
single
single.
lives.
Um, there's actually a grave, like a Viking king grave that somebody they were trying to preserve it to make sure like the body was still preserved and everything. And when they opened it up, they found that this was a well-known king, very popular, um, but was known to remain very like shy and like hidden when not on the battlefield. And when they examined the body, it like was like female remains. And there's theories that this woman was a trans man who ended up becoming a very respected king in Viking times. Very cool.
Yeah, that's really fucking awesome.
I've never heard that theory. I can't really speak on this because I don't know much about like the royal family and stuff. But the abominable snowman lives in Asia.
Interesting. I think I was right up there with Bigfoot, I think.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's I'm pretty sure that's where the abominable snowman like originated from was through the wintry mountains in Asia. Much like Bigfoot, the abominable snowman has long been a mythological creature that the public has tried to find for thousands of years. The lure of conspiracy. Oh, sorry. Large foot tracks found in the snow of two-legged human-like animals. Yeah, I feel like it goes up there with Bigfoot. Like, it'd be cool, but it's been how long?
Yeah. And nobody's seen him with a drone or a helicopter.
Yeah, like maybe back in the day, but I definitely think like they could have been ran out or like killed. I don't think there were many of them. All right, geeks. Well, if we don't have any more conspiracy theories, I think we're gonna call it. But catch up on episodes 1 through 3 while you are waiting for episodes 4 and 5. But thank you guys again for joining. This has been the Best Buds podcast. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.